Hello, welcome to What's Your Home Story. This is Vidya. So today we have the July garden tour. So as usual, I forgot to take the intro in July. This is taking the intro in August when I realized that I don't have the intro for the video. So that's why these flowers look different. I have a lot more flowers now, actually two of these big bunches. Anyway, so if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Also click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I post new videos. So let's go ahead with the garden tour. Today is July 7th and it's been raining really heavily last few days. So this morning I came in to check on my flowers. This is my jasmine made of orleans. Lot of buds on these. And here I have a new jasmine called star jasmine, or it's called Jasminum nitidium. I think that's how you pronounce it. I used to have a bigger plant. Yes, this is a few years back. I lost it over the winter. Past winter, I think I had mentioned it sometime back. But the plant was actually as big as the made of orleans, and I completely lost it. So this one, a friend gave it to me. Blooms regularly, actually lots of blooms even on this tiny plant. And smells nice as well, a faint smell. Here I have tulsi, or the holy Indian holy basil. A lot of new seedlings that I started from seed from last year. I don't need this many, so I'm planning to donate it to the local temple. My first dahlia of the season. Actually, this is really drenched from the rain. I should have taken the video yesterday. I'll show you a picture of how it looked yesterday. I forgot the name of this one. It's from Home Depot. So here we have Liatris, or gay feather. It's completely in bloom and a huge pollinator attractor. I see insects and bees on it all the time. This is a Crocosmia, different from the ones that I had shown you last June. That's this one, Lucifer. And here we have Calendulas blooming really well. Out here, zinnias started from seed. These are the regular type, and then I have the dwarf zinnia. So over here, again, started from seed this year. Very pretty flowers. The bachelor button over here seems to have all fallen down in the rain. And here we have the daisies. Oh my god, look at them. I have tied them up with a twine, and even then all of them fell down. This is the gay feather, or the liatris. I have both the white and also the violet version, as you can see. Perennials out here. And the birdcage planter DIY that I showed you last week, that looks really pretty against the red and the white one, right? The blue paint. I really like how it goes there. Yeah, look at these Shasta daisies, everything fallen down, but these seems to be doing good. The coneflowers, and of course there's more liatris. I like to repeat my plants. And then there is a sunflower that's waiting to open. This is the Kanakambaram, or the firecracker plant. This is the Indian variety, which is a lighter orange. The ones that you get from here are all deeper orange. So this is our view from, I'm standing near the Magnolia tree, and it looks really, really colorful in July. June and July are pretty much the best times in my backyard bed. As you can see, very colorful, and it's really fun to see how the colors change around the bird bath. So yeah, that is my anchor. On the other side of the garden, we have my neighbor's white crepe myrtle starting to open up. It is actually giving me the shade on this side of the garden. So this is pretty much my shade bed. And thanks to the crepe myrtle, we have a lot of shade. And out here, that is a boxwood that I planted recently. There was a hosta there that I moved to the front. I think the hosta was guacamole, was not doing really well over there. And these are the daylilies that I divided from the front and added out here. So the crepe myrtle is slowly starting to open up, as you can see. In India, I think these are called Mayflowers because they bloom in May, but for us, they bloom in July out here. So, yep, very pretty. Behind that, I have these coneflowers. These are winter sowed, I think, from a couple of years back. Blooming really well, and more gladioli. So a lot of gladioli buds out here, and this is a new phlox. I think from Costco. The root was from Costco, but it took like this is the first year actually it's blooming. Took a couple of years to kind of establish out here, and oh yeah, I'm seeing a funny plant out here. Not funny, but anybody who's grown this knows what weed it is. That's a balsam. That's what we call it. I don't know. Yeah, it is a balsam. In Malayalam, we call it Kashitamba. Yeah, Chinese balsam also, I think it's called. It's a type of impatient. So out here, all the gladioli seem to have fallen down from the rains and the winds that we have had. I have, I think, three different colors out here. The yellow and the violet ones are blooming right now. The others are still in bud stage. The violets are very, very pretty. Gladioli, again, I forget the exact name of it because I planted it last year and then went on vacation completely last summer, so didn't really pay attention to the name, so they have not registered. In the back, I have a hardy hibiscus out here full of buds, and oh wow, in this empty spot in the back again towards the corner of our yard, more gladioli. I thought I had the yellow ones out there. Looks like there's more purple. Let me go behind this tree. Actually, this tree and the hibiscus has grown quite a bit over the last a few years. And oh my God, wait, that's a mealy bug on the hibiscus. I need to come back and spray something. But like I said, this is a hardy hibiscus. It dies down to the ground and comes back every year. Lots of buds on there. The flowers are as big as a dinner plate. So yeah, so this is the area of the yard that hardly come by. Used to when the tree was smaller, but not anymore. So as you can see, everything out here is fallen and a bit of a mess. We don't really cut the grass around here as well. So I need to cut these flowers and bring them inside. Yeah, so many of them flopped over. So yeah, here is more of a mess, more gladioli and more Chinese balsam, as you can see, and a lot of weeds. And oh, there's cosmos out here. I thought this was going to be the taller variety. Looks like these are dwarf ones. I should move it back. Oh, as you can see, I told you weed, right? Chinese balsam. That's what they are. A friend gave me one plant many years back, and this is what I have. Literally field of these. But yeah, I should definitely think about moving this cosmos to the front. Out here by this tree, we have more cornflowers and some crocosmia that is in bud stage. And as you can see, the daisies are still going strong, pretty much done. The dahlia does not seem to be doing well. I think I need to move the pot from there. And here I have more zinnias. These are the ones that I planted from seed. Next to it, these blue flowers, let me sit down and show you. These are called forget-me-nots and they're pretty much done. Again, these are started from seed. I think I winter sowed these. They've been pretty prolific, and right next to it is a calendula. It's a pretty orange color. The other calendulas that I have are yellow. These two combinations right next to each other seems really pretty. And here I have another perennial phlox that is blooming well, and more chives and yarrow that is all falling over. And you can see the other blooms in the back. Pretty much filled out at this point. Let me sit down at the bench. This is my favorite spot to get come and sit in the morning with my cup of tea and enjoy the view. As you can see, the crocosmias that I showed in the last video as buds are open now. These are a different type of crocosmia from what I showed you earlier, the Lucifer that I had. This is much smaller in size, and also the flowers are looking down, whereas for Lucifer, the flowers look up. This, I don't know what variety it is. I think it's from one of those grocery store near the aisle. They keep these small bags, right? Well, actually, I think maybe even Home Depot. I'm not even sure where I got this from. More zinnias out here in the back. That's Agora. I think it's called, the nickname is butterfly flower because they keep dancing. They look like butterflies when they dance in the wind. And then the penstemon is on its round two. More zinnias. I think I have a bud. Yeah, that's another zinnia. And then more buds for the crocosmia, and the liatris is also in full form. And yeah, they'll be done pretty soon, but I see bees on it all the time. And here the black-eyed Susans are opening up. This year everything is early. Black-eyed Susans, I don't usually see them open in July this early, but whatever. More flowers the better. Here the Crocosmia is almost done. This is the Lucifer, and out here I have more dill and daylily. I think I need to come and pull these out before they self-seed everywhere next year. More zinnias. I think these are called Old Mexico. I started these from seed. And here the Spanish lavender, a couple I get blooms here and there after the initial, flush. And here this is a Verbena Boreansis. I got a seedling from a friend, and this spot seems to be empty. I think I really need to plant something perennial out there. And penstemon again, another bush, round two, completely covered in flowers, and the black-eyed Susan again. Here I have more zinnias, and the liatris is opening up out here, and more zinnias, and then this is our star, the gladioli. um, this specific variety, I'm pretty sure I planted a variety called My Love in here, but the picture of My Love is completely different from what I ended up with. So whatever it is, it's a very pretty gladioli. It was supposed to be annual to our zone, but thankfully it came back, and it has these beautiful, beautiful throats. The pink yarrow out here is going really, really strong. And then, as you can see, the daisies, I just cut all of them back. So it's just liatris out here, both, and the crocosmia is also on its way out. Out here, I have another gladioli. I think this is called Valencia. It's a pretty pink. The throat is a little bit lighter. In the back, I have more phlox. I somehow thought these guys are going to be taller. So definitely I'll have to move them next year. The sunflower bud is not yet open. Today is July 15th, and we have more gladioli. These gladiolis, I don't know the name of this. This is a pretty dark magenta, and the yellow, these two I've had since 2012, I think. And as usual, everything has fallen down. This daylily is called Hello Screamer. And out here, more cornflowers. Or echinacea. This is my neighbor's crepe myrtle, and this is the view from our deck. As I told you, it's completely in full bloom in mid-July, and as you can see, the flowers are dropping down from the rain on the ground. It's a pretty beautiful sight. It's July 22nd today, and the Queen Elizabeth rose has a second flush of blooms. Again, I had to spray it heavily with the rose pesticides because the rose sawfly was like really, really bad on this one. So these are the flowers that I got after I applied the pesticides on the rose. More daylilies are out here, and then here we have more gladiola. I told you, right? July is the month of gladiolas in my garden. So as usual, again, all of them are floppy and on the ground because we had rain a previous night. The crepe myrtles are also pretty much past their prime, as you can see the seed pods, but they are very beautiful. Again, more gladioli that flopped over. I really need to come and cut them in and prick them indoors. Too lazy to do that. I mean, I know I have something with cutting flowers and bringing them indoors. The cone flowers are still doing really well. They stay like this for a good period of time. So, yeah, you can say they're continuously blooming all through summer. So, really like this view with the birdcage in the background and the hardy hibiscus that is slowly opening. More gladioli, this time the purple and the yellow, and of course the magenta one. The hardy hibiscus is open. These are Casablanca lilies, oriental lilies, very, very fragrant. I was hoping that they would be taller, but whatever, the first year I'm getting blooms. Last year I think I broke these off accidentally. Here's a view from the bench looking over to this side of the yard, and the full view of the crepe myrtle. Coming over to this side, the Crocosmia is in full bloom. This is the newer, shorter variety, and as you can see, the flowers are looking down. It's a different red also from the Lucifer. The liatris is pretty much done, and now the black-eyed Susans have opened up a lot more and looking happy and cheery as usual. And the Lucifer is pretty much done. All I have are seed pods out there. I think this bed is actually starting to look a little bit worn out. The white cornflowers are doing really good. I love how the centers are green and a mix of yellow. More Valencia Gladiolus right here by my Hardy Banana. Again, they are floppy. That's like a trademark for my gladioli by now. I guess you might have guessed it. But yeah, and definitely cut them in and bring inside. The Hardy Banana is doing really well. I think from the wind, some of the leaves are tearing, but that is all. It's doing pretty good. So far, only Calabrocoas have been blooming in the DIY birdcage planter. Let me link up the video for you in case you missed it from last week. There is a dusty melon lobelia in there as well. More Valencia Gladioli. The daisies are on their way out. I just need to come and deadhead them actually. It's a pretty color, the same the one that you saw earlier. Sunflower over here seem to have formed a weird head, so not sure what's going on over there. The Catman is doing extremely well, and out here the Lady of Shalott, the David Austin rose, has a couple of blooms. The Mysore Mudley, that's what this jasmine is called. I don't know the English name for it. It's a multi-layered jasmine and smells really, really divine. I mean, it's a very floral fragrance. And out here I have the Ball of India. This is from Lowe's. I think again another multi-layer jasmine. This is the mini rose from I think Lowe's, the Mother's Day clearance. It opens out in a beautiful deep pink and then lightens as it gets older, but very, very, very pretty rose. This is my other DA, Tranquility. It's supposed to be white, but then nowadays it's opening up in a light yellow. This is a recent addition, and it is called Dwarf Tree Jasmine. It's fragrant. It's tropical, so I have to bring it indoors during the winter. This is a pink Ixora called Nora Grant, a new addition. Today is July 24th, and look at the number of blooms on my hardy hibiscus. It's blooming. It's hot out. Seriously, look at those huge blooms. I mean, the only sad thing about these guys is that they last only for a day. But let me show you from behind. There are more blooms over there, see? Really big, big blooms. They're as big as a dinner plate, I would say. Definitely 8 inches across, or at least even 10 maybe. Look at that. See how big it is? I'm just holding it in my hand and covers both my palms. I think the specific variety's name is Summer in Paradise. I've had this for at least like 3 years now. This variety of sunflowers called Ruby Eclipse, and I started these from seed. Definitely not what was on the front of the packet, but very pretty. The black-eyed Susans out here are also fully open. Here we have the typical sunflowers that we see everywhere. This is a new daylily called Autumn Red. Out here we have Poet's Jasmine buds. Again, this is from Hadasteter, I think. We can see it in Wegmans and everywhere in winter. Smells heavenly. It's a beautiful jasmine. More Ruby Eclipse sunflower out here. And as you can see, there are a couple of bees on it. Oh my god. These zinnias are called Old Mexico, and I started these from seed, winter sown annuals. Very, very pretty dwarf zinnias, multi-layered. They almost look like marigolds. These are your regular zinnias. Again, I think I started from seed that I saved from a couple of years back. And this is more of the same from the same packet, the Old Mexico. Nelly Mosa clematis is on round 2. Not many blooms as in springtime, but hey, I'll take any blooms at this point. And here is our Chinese balsam jungle. Anyone who's grown this knows how badly they self-seed. So hope you all like the July garden tour. So next month we'll have an updated one for both the gardens. Most of these flowers are going to stay the same, like the cornflowers or the black-eyed Susan you can see behind me. But we will have anemone, asters, a lot of mums actually. I have many different colors this year. I've added quite a few in the spring. So hopefully all those will be in bloom in the August garden tour. So thank you for watching. See you soon.